Hi folks, this adventure is going to be a little different. This is going to be a little bit more like a play day, so let's see how this adventure shapes up. Once again, we're going to be headed up Highway 15, but this time we're headed up towards the Gila hot springs and the cliff dwellings. On the way up, we're going to check out a little place here for a Milky Way near the Forks campground, driving down into here and walking across the river and looking right in here to set up. And after that, we'll drive up the road up towards the hot springs and take the little road down here. And my wife's cousin's family has had this little cabin that they built in the 1950s. I'll be spending the night there. After that, we'll once again head back up towards the cliff dwellings. And we're going to go over here to Woody's Corral, which is right in here. And there's a little trail that takes off right here at the parking area. Heads up along this direction. You can see the trail. And goes up to this ridge, and it comes across the ridge, and when it crosses right about here, the trail heads up this way, but what we're going to normally do is come down along in here, and we hike back up over into here, along into this little saddle, drop into this little saddle, and we set up right here across from the cliff dwellings. And I've been there many times to do the Milky Way, so we'll do that first. And after that, we'll be coming back to the hot springs and having a lovely little soak, and then dinner. And then we'll end up, after doing the Milky Way, we'll come up here to the highway, right in here where it overlooks the Gila, and we'll do the panoramic of the Milky Way. So let's see how this looks. In the 1950s, when my wife's Uncle John Murphy built the cabin in the West Fork, the road there was a four-wheel drive road that went up the canyon from the Lake Roberts Road and then up Copperas Creek and down into the West Fork. Her uncle and dad would take an old Willys Jeep with the kids in the back up the West Fork, and it took 3 to 4 hours. There was one hill that was bad if it rained, and everyone but my wife and uncle got out to help push the Jeep up. They referred to it as Melinda's Hill. Here is tonight's photo pills plan.
Little slippery. Ooh, big hole. That's great.
There's a light in the window, that bird to show me the way back to my home when my wandering days are through. My life, she keeps it burning, though she is far away. You let me know how love one day I'll find that window. All night travel around, and when I find it, then I know I'll be home. Love can be a careless thing, wanting to wander and stray. But when people are wearing and home, it will always stay. One day I'll find that window.
Well, Linda's cousin Nelson and his son-in-law renovated the cabin in 2017 and have used it as a long and short-term rental. They did a wonderful job and I really enjoyed staying there.
Ah, there's my rock urn. Here is where we leave the trail. Begin the bushwhack. So I remember in the past going between these trees. So my recollection is we go right down into the creek there and kind of go up that way, and somehow we go up that way to that saddling down, and then there's one more canyon. But it's kind of late today. I don't know that I'm going to make it. I think it said I'm going to go back and sit in hot water in the hot springs. That sounds like a great idea.
This is an image of the park ranger who led the bushwhacking tour to the dwellings overlook in 2016, and a couple of images of the overlook, including my first night sky image of the dwellings. Hiking into this canyon during golden hour is pretty easy, but hiking out in the dark between 11 and midnight is really quite challenging to find the proper route to get out. Had a couple of times where I got a little lost and had to use the stars to find my way.
Oh boy, a steep part here. Oh my, there's something worth checking out across the canyon. Oh yeah. Just have to hike up from where the truck is down there. Oh yeah.
When I was here last April with my wife and son, I captured a Milky image of this pool while at the same time making a time lapse of the moon setting over the cliffs overlooking the Gila River about 30 yards away. All right, mi ranchero tamales. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.